Once, in a small town nestled between green hills and dusty roads, there lived a boy named Veer. Veer was the kind of boy who could charm his way out of anything: chores, schoolwork, even responsibilities. "I'll do it tomorrow," was his motto. But tomorrow never came. He spent his days lounging under trees, chasing distractions, and dreaming big dreams he never chased. People warned him, his mother, his teacher, even the village elder. "Time doesn't wait, Veer," they said. He'd just smile and wave them off. "Relax, I've got all the time in the world." One day a traveler arrived. Not just any traveler, but a soft-spoken, gray-bearded man with eyes that had clearly seen too much. He went by the name Arjun. No one knew where he came from, but they all felt wiser just standing near him. Veer, curious as ever, approached him. "You've lived a full life, haven't you?" Veer asked, trying to sound serious. Arjun chuckled and pulled something from his bag. A small, strange object, half clock, half hourglass. Time frozen on one side, slipping away on the other. "This," he said, "is a reminder." "A reminder of what?" Veer asked. "That every second is a gamble. You either spend it wisely, or you lose it forever." Veer laughed nervously. "I mean, it's just time." Arjun leaned in. "Let me tell you a story." He began to speak, not with force, but with weight. He spoke of a boy, very much like Veer. A boy who delayed everything: dreams, goals, relationships, thinking he had forever. But by the time he looked up, he was old. He hadn't written that book. He hadn't said sorry to his father. He hadn't loved fully or lived deeply. And worst of all, he couldn't get any of it back. Veer felt something shift in his chest. "But how do I fix that?" he whispered. Arjun placed the strange clock hourglass in his hand. "Start small. 1 hour, 1 task, 1 promise kept. Don't let comfort rob you of your purpose." That night, Veer didn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling, haunted by grains of sand he couldn't see, but could feel slipping away. The next morning, everything changed. He woke up early, made a list, started with the smallest thing, cleaning his desk, then helping his mother with breakfast, then reading the book he always left half-finished. Days passed, then weeks, then months. Veer was still Veer, but sharper, more alive, focused. He began painting again. He had loved it as a child, but always said he'd do it later. He finished school, built a tiny workshop. People noticed. The same boy they used to joke about was now the one they looked up to. But the real change wasn't just in how much he accomplished. It was in how he saw the world. He stopped rushing through conversations, started writing letters to his grandmother, took long walks with his father, just to listen. He realized that time wasn't just about doing things. It was about being present for the things that mattered. Years passed. Veer, once the boy who wasted time, had become a man who taught others how to treasure it. He still kept that strange device from Arjun. It sat on his desk, ticking on one side, pouring sand on the other. One day, a young girl from the village, restless, overwhelmed, unsure, came to him and asked, "How do I stop wasting time?" Veer smiled and handed her the clock hourglass. "Start with today," he said, "and never forget, time won't pause for you, but if you treat it right, it will lead you somewhere beautiful." And just like that, the lesson lived on, not just in what he did, but in who he had become.